Here, I'm about to tell you all about it. We going live on my page right now.
Yeah, just go to the page. But I just had to say something because we show love, okay? And this right here, I'm telling you, I read the front, the back, and then I was like, well, read the forward listing here. And I was like, let me put this down. I'm taking it home with me.
Yeah, I am too. So we are officially getting ready to start. So hope you guys are ready. And Elyon is about to actually get us going. So thank y'all. Get ready.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. We live over here on YouTube.
We need like some theme music or something.
I got a banger for us.
Put the banger on then. I just appreciate Black excellence. Like, this is amazing to be here doing this. But God, give all glory to God.
Yeah.
All right, we live. I'm about to just run a commercial, give people an opportunity to pull up on us, and then we
deals every day.
Mega stars like Kanye West.
Deals every day.
Creativity.
Million shirts sold.
Bulk orders.
Deals every day.
Free designs for schools.
I love screen printing.
Deals every day.
Orders for everybody.
A million shirts sold.
Deals every day.
Buy one, get one free.
I love working
Deals
here at
every
T-Shirt
day.
King.
Schools, businesses, and sports teams.
Yes.
Deals every day.
Mega stars like Kanye West.
Deals every day.
I got the best team in the world. Creative artists.
Deals every day.
What's up, Stacking Smith?
What up, fam?
Hey, bro, I heard y'all got a new store opening up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Where it's at?
100 North Main.
Okay, y'all gonna be doing grills in there?
You already know.
Oh, okay. What's it called then, bro?
It's called
Grills on Main Street. 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 What's up, Stacking Smith?
What up, fam?
Hey, bro, I heard y'all got a new store opening up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Where it's at?
100 North Main.
Okay, y'all gonna be doing grills in there?
You already know.
Oh, okay. What's it called then, bro?
It's called What's cracking? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Legendary People Podcast. I'm Ahava Elyon. It's going down today. We got special guests in the building, and we got legends in the building like none other. But before we get to all of that, I do want to say what's up to our sponsors, man. We got some amazing sponsors right now. Like, I damn near got so many right now. I need to actually read, and look what I'm reading. Oh, a fishy t-shirt. Now, this is the official t-shirt for our podcast that we're getting ready to do at the Schuster Center. We're doing the podcast for my book signing, and that's Wednesday, April the 19th. I got two shows, one at 6 o'clock and then another one at 8:30, and it's free food for everybody. Taco Street is going to cater the whole thing. It's extravagant. It's going to be major. So I do want to say what's up to Taco Street, Ebony Vacations, Karmel Day Spa, Network and Chill, Redskyebulls, Wright and Schulte, Tommy Owens, which is Owens Entertainment, Kiara Wine, Agnes All Natural Grill, Acute Eye for Design, Armani, which is Kwame. Kwame got the CMOS now. Yeah. So we got Armani. Then we got Dr. Isaiah Pittman with the HPW Center for Diabetes. We got ATLX Radio, Attorney Ben Swift, Fit Fam, Got My Hustle Up. We got Fort McKinney, Pastor Pete, Fort McKinney Church, Horizon School. We got the Alumni Tournament, You Lohos, the Real Flyer Queen, and of course, T-Shirt Kings. Damn, that's crazy. All them businesses broke bread with me and helped me throw my book signing thing.
How can I be down?
Man,
that's what I want to know.
You down like the ground. You here right now. We going to get it popping.
Yes.
But man, the book signing is going really good, man. I'm thankful for all the momentum that we got right now with it. So I can't wait, man. I'm really ready to turn it up. But of course, it's not about me. It's about you guys today. So today we got Sherry Nevins, and is it Mekeea Hanson?
Yes.
And then we got a special guest in the building. I'll let you guys announce the special guest, but the special guest, big time, like, just, man, like world renowned shit. Let's keep it all the way 100. So, okay, without further ado, Sherry, over to you.
Dang, thank you. I just want to thank you for having us. Like, you are always the bomb. Like, I salute him so much for always opening his doors for not just us today, but everybody that come to Tide. Excuse me, he wants to show love. So thank you for having us.
Man,
and
sure.
just the sponsorship, the response that you received on your book is amazing. Salute to everybody in Dayton that came out and showed love and, you know, supported him. And I want to be down. I'm definitely going to do what I need to do to support my brother. So
For sure.
Thank y'all for having us. I'm Sherry Nevins, 750 or above. Mekeea Hanson. She actually put together the Better Business Symposium. And what's the name of your business? She has multiple businesses.
I have two.
And
businesses.
Mekeea, pull your mic in front of you. Make sure you
okay.
get right on your mic.
Okay.
The other way. Just slide it in front of you.
No. Let me help you,
Yep.
cousin.
There you go.
There you
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Okay, look
Get used
fancy.
to this.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yes, I have two businesses, but the business that I have is Arrows Play Learning Center. I do home child care. I'm a type A home, and that is where you can have 12 kids per shift. So it's something like a small center. I started out as a B home, and my other business is Embellish You Beauty Bar, which has been open for 12 years. I've been a child care provider for 11 years.
That's good.
Yeah, so we came up with this business symposium, Better Business, Better You. We came up with it because I was at a child care conference, and Sherry and I had just started to do my business plan far as build my business credit. And so when I went to the conference, I was in a class where it was a man that owned a daycare center, a commercial daycare center. And so it was some of the people that were in there, the ladies that were in there, were asking him, like, okay, well, how do we build business credit and this and the other? So he has a really, big daycare center out in Kettering somewhere, but he couldn't give that information. And so I was like, I just got this done like yesterday, so I started telling them, and some of the ladies were, asking me. We didn't have time, so I didn't have any cards with me. So I was like, well, you know what? I got to talking to Sherry. I called her and was like, is it okay to give you information out? And, of course, she was like, yes. So,
Of course.
right. So I was like, you know what? Let's create our own platform.
Yeah.
Let's do this because, it's information that needs to, be had by people that are independent contractors and self-employed, because we use a lot of our own money. Like me starting out with childcare, I used a lot of my own money to buy things, and if I would have known back then, 11 years ago, that I could have, built up business credit and, have funding where I could have bought all my furniture and toys and things of that nature, or even with my salon. I was like doing hair, and then, I buy dryers this week, and, then buy other supplies, so it was a long process. But if I would have known about this, previously, I could have done all of that in one whop, and I would have been in a better situation. So that's what we want to do, is help, people to build their business structure and do it a better way, because I've been I don't want to just run off, but
No,
it's okay.
it's cool. But I want to dive in real quick with that. So you are not by yourself when you talk about like supporting your business, funding your business on your own dime, going in your pocket, spending your own money.
Right.
Because that's how I got into the business, because I was doing the same thing. It was rough, y'all. I was doing title ponds. Excuse me, I can't even say that anymore. But
Right.
doing the title ponds, like playing the Uber role, like for my team who were supporting me, who didn't have vehicles or transportation. I was doing everything, like sacrificing my home life, my bills and everything to try to keep the business going. So after a while, when I started to be in a different circle, I understood the power of business structure, and it was embarrassing. You know what I mean? It was embarrassing to have conversations with some of the elite that were making money, and I didn't have my structure together, like the fundamentals. So that's how things came together, and I'm able to actually dive in and bless others with the structure. So yeah, I get it.
You got a comment. It just says, absolutely, that's great information that's needed. So when you got a new business, right? And you want to establish credit, about how long does it take to really get enough credit built up where you can make a power move?
You know what? It depends on the individual. It depends on how dedicated and committed you are. It could take 4 to 6 weeks, or it could take you up to a year. You know what I mean? If you follow the steps and really execute and be on top of your business, you know, your success is in your follow-up. Right. So it could take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks up to
4 to 6 weeks to get what, though?
To get business structure, so to where you are standing on your own 2 feet and your business is disconnected from your personal credit. You can actually establish business credit.
And like, so do you have a business credit score? Like you got a regular credit score?
That's a good question. Absolutely. It's called a paydex score. Right? So with personal credit, your credit score ranges from like 300, 350 all the way up to 850. And business credit is from 0 to 100. And it's called a paydex score. So if you have business credit, and it's 75 or above, you are winning. You have put yourself in a position to where you can get funding that can max out, no max, actually no cap, depending on how strong you build out your profile. So you can easily get 50K, 350K.
How much real money do you got to have in order to be able to get something like that, though?
To get, well, I'm sorry.
So let's say that you starting a small business. Let's say you got like $5,000.
Okay.
All right, and you actually have a business. Would you be able to build enough business credit where you could go and get a?
Yes.
Can you get a cash loan, or you get like credit? What can you get with business credit?
Business credit.
Good question.
I can go.
No.
Well, what can you get with business credit?
Yeah.
Really depends on the industry that you're in and what your goals are. You know what I mean? So for an example, with Mekeea, with childcare, she can actually get the Sprinter van that she was talking about getting funded under her business. She can get all of the things that she need in terms of like beds for her children, food, like everything that she needs, you know what I mean, to actually go ahead and get set up.
But you can get a car, though.
A car?
You can't. I mean, you said she can get a Sprinter van.
Yeah, so that's another. This was one of the main things that I was going to her about. Was because I from just being on Instagram, hearing different content creators talking about business credit and stuff like that. It's about the fleet leasing things that you can do, or and so I'm like, I want to do that. So that was one of the main objectives, is that I want to build up my business credit so that I can go get a transit van or a Sprinter van or whatever, but also you can go get, if you've been wanting that Benz, you've been wanting whatever, you can go lease it through your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, we need to start doing these power plays. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that you can, but a lot of people don't know that you can do that. And that's what, when you build up your business structure and business credit, you can go and get things that you normally wouldn't be able to do with your personal credit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tax write-offs. But that's later on down the line in the podcast. But to answer this question, anything that you want or you need, that's in your business plan. I'm sure we all have a business plan. If not, go ahead and get you a business plan, and you can start executing the goals per your business plan.
And we have
you
somebody
have
for
to
that
start
too.
right. So you have to start with social media marketing is excellent, or lead generation. Those are things that cost money. You need, depending on your business, PR representation, things of that nature. They cost money. So when you are an entrepreneur, there's some overhead expenses and expenses altogether, even down to your professional email. So all of those things cost money, and you can get the funding that you need once you have the proper business structure. Hope I answered your question.
So, all right. So let's say that I don't have good credit, personal credit. Will that prevent me from establishing business credit?
He has the best question. So, yes, it could. It could. So a lot of people have kind of made up in their mind that you don't have to have good personal credit to establish good business credit. So that's a half truth, because if you have, just say, for instance, you start your business, you're an entrepreneur, you just started your business, and you want to get some funding. You may even have good credit, a good credit score, but if it's not built out, that could be a negative. And also, because you are just starting your business and you're going to the bank and you're trying to get funding, you've never established business credit ever. So they want to make sure that they can get their money back if they decide to give you this money. So how would they do that? You have to have some collateral, or you have to have good personal credit. So they want you to be a personal guarantor. So that's an easy way to actually jumpstart your business. Have good personal credit, and then they can guarantee that, hey, if you don't pay me back this money for your business that I'm giving you, we're going to make sure that we have another way to go back and collect our money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's how that will go. So I strongly recommend that you get your personal credit in order, and then go ahead and build the business credit.
And she can help you with that as well. Sherry has a lot of tips and tricks on how that you can, navigate, building your personal, and then, building up your business credit too. Because I've learned a lot of things from her as well, that I have added to my repertoire of building my personal and business credit. So
you guys got another comment. It said it's definitely a process depending on your dedication and goals. I'm currently working toward another tier. So the question is, what is a tier?
Okay, good question. Again, there are certain business tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. So when you're establishing business credit, there's a credit bureau, Dun & Brad. I'm sure you guys have heard of Dun & Bradstreet. So Dun & Brad, they actually keep record of your business structuring, right? So in order to establish business credit, you have to start in tiers. The lower tiers are tier 1, 2, and you go on up. But there's something called net 30s. And net 60s, net 90s, so on and so forth. So all that is basically accounts that have different tiers where, okay, you just started your business, we're going to set you up with these business accounts in this tier. Once you actually comply, you pay all your bills on time, and you show us that you are worthy, then we're going to move you into another tier. So for instance, you can get a tier 1 account, which is Quill or Granger or something of that nature. But tier 2 account is Home Depot, Lowe's, so on and so forth. So you have to actually prove by paying your bills on time that you can graduate to these different tiers. The ultimate goal, though, is to create revolving credit. Revolving credit is when they're going to give you credit up front, and because you pay your bills on time, almost like an Amex and personal credit. So, if you pay your bills on time, then that's the biggest thing with credit, paying on time.
And the main thing, too, I was going to say, is that you're going to have to learn discipline. You have to learn discipline, because you can get all this funding and stuff all you want, and then you'll be right back down. And down in it. So yeah, it sounds, we don't want it to make it seem like it's so easy, and you have to have discipline and dedication. And yeah, so if you want to do this, it's gonna take that, but you can, it's reachable. It's available to us, because for years it wasn't available to us, the knowledge, and now it is. So now is the time to like really,
Yeah, I agree.
take advantage of it.
And let me say this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so you got people who are millionaires and billionaires, and let's take Donald Trump for example. Okay, he would be filing bankruptcy on a corporation over and over again, but it doesn't affect a personal credit, bro. Is that what we're saying?
That's right. And kind of to expound on that, that's the difference in establishing personal credit and business credit. You separate the two. And that illustration about Donald Trump, he actually has filed bankruptcy on several businesses over and over and over again because he established his corporations, which separate from his personal credit. So he can do right by those businesses and grow, or he can do wrong and walk away and not be held accountable for all of that funding that he actually, received. So a lot of people look at that as like, so as a segue to get out of doing the right thing. But, look at his reputation. So you can decide whether or not you want to do the right thing.
Is it a right or wrong thing? I mean, do they set these
Here
things
you go.
up? They set
coming with
things
fire.
up. Well, I'm just saying, if it's, are we saying this is a morally wrong thing for him to say, hey, man, this thing is in trouble, I'm going to walk away from it, and then using the legal way to get itself back
and
together?
protect himself. So I guess if you are in a situation in your business, like you've done the right thing, whatever that may be to you, and your business just does not succeed, you know what I mean? You tried it and it did not work. You can walk away with it from it, you know what I'm saying, without the guilt of having all of that debt on your personal credit side, if you will. So I don't think it's a wrong thing, but I would like to say, if you're gonna start a business, hopefully you're going into it for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? To try to succeed, to try to change the narrative for us as a people. So I can get a little personal on that, but it's up to you. But I can fix it for you. If you need me to, I can fix it.
Yeah, but I kind of think what I have that.
L is
That's a real
I did not mean to say it like that. I was trying to say it right. Okay.
L is easy.
I ain't trying
L
to get.
is
Okay.
easy.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
Thank you. So anyway, no, I think I kind of know where you was going with that, like, because they've been doing this for years. They know the truth, the tricks and of the trade, so we just figuring it out. They corporate thugs. That's what they
Facts.
do. So that's what we need to learn. How do we get in there and on this side, on the legal side, on the business side, and played Monopoly and chess like they doing. So it's like, is it right or is it wrong?
Well,
Like,
I would say that doing it the quote unquote right way would be looked at as the wrong way to do it if you see the people who are actually successful doing it that way. It's like, they owe a lot of people, but say, I'm cool on that. I'm gonna get another EIN and LLC or corporation and build that one up, because that one ain't working no more.
That's good.
Yeah, we gotta,
You know
what I'm
what?
saying?
And
Like,
I want our special guest, he can kind of like really expound on that so much. I don't want to get too far into that before we actually give the details of the symposium and what the itinerary looks like. And then we can come back to that. And I really want our special guest. Y'all gonna be like, please, I hope y'all taking notes. I hope y'all are coming on. Call up all of your family members, the aspiring entrepreneurs, everybody, and tell them to like log in so you guys can get this real game, and it's gonna cost you a dime today. So make sure you get everybody to come and log in. We'll bring him on in maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. But in the meantime, we could talk about our itinerary lineup.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna have 750 or above, of course.
Yes.
Talking about, your business structure and, business credit. And also we're going to have TK Smith there. She's with Primerica, but she's going to be basically talking about how, You need to start, saving for retirement, setting up your 401k, things of that nature, investing, and then, we need life insurance. We don't need to keep on doing this GoFundMe. And if you are, self-employed, we have to have these things in place, so it's just very important. Then also, we'll have information there for AFLAC, because when you are an independent contractor and self-employed, you cannot call off and get paid. We don't work for a corporation. You don't have what is it when when you can call off and then you have money set to the side. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Sick pay.
Sick pay.
The sick pay, but it's another word for it. Like if you get sick.
FMLA. That's
No, it's another word. I'll think of it in a minute. But anyway, we don't have those things in place.
Right.
Period. If you are a hairstylist, if you are a child care provider, and you are self-employed, if you have to take out your own taxes,
benefits.
Not the benefits. It's workman's comp. Yeah, like a workman's comp type of thing. We don't have that. If you get sick, and if you get in an accident and you can't work, you don't eat. You don't get paid. You don't have nothing saved up. You don't have a savings account. We do not have that in place. Disability. That's the other word I want to say.
Okay.
We don't have disability. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Todd, now if you get sick today or your wife or your kids or whatever and you call off, you have to shut the place down. What's going to happen? I mean, you probably got, I'm just saying, you don't have anybody over you to say, Todd, I got your insurance. I got,
No, business owners have to be the person to provide that for everyone else.
So we have to, listen, if you're young or me, I had started, I had got licensed. I went to Patterson for cosmetology. I graduated in 1991. I have been licensed for 32 years. And I have went down this road of wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was getting money every day like I sold dope. I used to have money in both my front pockets and my back pockets. You know what I'm saying? I did not do right by my money. Nobody told me what to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't save. I spent it. And then I go do some more hair and get it again. So I'm just saying, like, when you're self-employed, you gotta do better. You have to do better. I done had 2 rotator cuff surgeries. You know what I'm saying? From it's a repetitive injury. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you keep doing a lot. So I'm passionate about, getting people to get on board of, we have to plan for things that happen because nobody is doing this for us. You don't work for a corporation. We got to do it for ourselves. So you got to be disciplined. You got to put stuff to the side. You got to take care of your body and just have things in place.
And get serious. Get serious about it. A made up mind.
I'm sorry. I went all off the grid.
No, but that's some information that we need to hear because most of entrepreneurs, they actually go down to the job center, still get food stamps, still get Medicaid, whatever it takes to get you to that next level. But you have to get dedicated and be serious about it. So as she said, kind of piggybacking off of that, you'll have all of these people who have dedicated their time to come and let us know the proper structure to win. That we can get set up to win at this particular event. So come, guys. Mekeea, tell them the time and everything so we can kind of get our special guests out here. But tell them the day and the time and the contact information. And I'll give you guys mine too.
The time is from on April the 15th, this Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, we have that time allotted so that once we're done, because all that information is not going to take that long to, talk about, but we have Sherry set aside time and also TK so that you can speak with them personally and maybe get signed up with them with their programs that they have and of that nature. I wanted to also piggyback on what she was saying, like far as and then we're gonna let our special guest come on, but I'm going to let a personal out about me, which I don't care nothing about. But when the pandemic happened, I didn't have no insurance. I was going to the doctor and paying. So I was one of those that when they was giving out the insurance and you didn't have to put your income on there, I wouldn't got
it. As you should have.
I wouldn't got it. See, because its arm was going out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that that's why we are doing this. So that you can put things in play. I know we don't have the remedy for insurance, but we do have Aflac, and it's the other one is Superior Dental, because you know that CareSource Dental is trash. Superior Dental is a reputable company. The payment is very reasonable, and you can go to any dentist you want to go to. So I'm gonna stop there. But again, come get this information because we can't give you too much. You gotta come, and it's free.
You can get that back tooth.
You can get that back tooth.
Yeah,
You
the
can
back.
get you a screw in. You know, I mean, it helps.
I'm
you know,
signing up for
just
it.
get a basic cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But anyway, no, seriously, it's free 99. It's no charge for this. I'm fronting my money and doing this thing, okay? Just to get that's just who we are. We try, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you have to sign up for the programs with Sherry and TK. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to spend money to make money and reserve your money. Okay, so yeah, this is, and we're gonna have food. You know, have a little something for you to jump on. So yeah.
And let me say this to the people who are interested, who really want to do it, but you're like, man, I don't have the money right now. I'm gonna wait until my income tax come and this, that, and the third. We will walk you through the steps. We have set aside special pricing to help you all out. We understand what this process looks like as an entrepreneur. So there's special pricing and all of these things that we are offering you all. It takes time. It's a process. So you want to start it now. Come and get the information. Come and let us walk you through it, sign you up, do consultations, and let you know where you are and how far you need to. A lot of you guys already have a lot of things in place. You already have things in place to where we just need to connect a few dots to, you know, get you to the next level and get you the funding and the money that you need, the insurance policies that you need. You know, it's a new day. It's 2023. Let's be done with GoFundMe's, like Mekeea said. Yeah. So anyway, with all of that said, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. You can contact me. I'll give you a couple of numbers and websites at the end of this podcast and how you can get in contact with Mekeea. But April 15th is the day that you guys should come. And now we're kind of going to go back to the questions that we talked about in terms of investments, right? We have an awesome special guest here, all the way from California. A lot of you guys know him. He is just an OG. He is an author. He is a producer. He is, LA Times just recognized him in Los Angeles as this top author. His books that he put out. One of the kindest persons that I have ever met in my life. And he is here today. And he is going to give us some tips on how to invest and even why he's here. So if you guys can like drop hearts and likes in the comments for our special guest, Freeway Rick Ross. Come on, y'all. Put them together. Can I see some hearts? Can we get some love?
Heart it up.
Can y'all heart it up?
Yeah, you're going to get that seat right there, bro.
Yes, he's coming on. And thank y'all. I see y'all. Keep on dropping them. Show him some love. Thank you. So we have Freeway Rick Ross in the building.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good.
See y'all busting game with them.
We trying. Hope they take it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard with our people. You know, they've been through so much and so many tricks and you know, with this credit thing, people run a lot of games. So
they do. So what advice do you have for the entrepreneurs, for the viewers that are trying to get their business established?
Well, you know, I mean, first of all, like you were saying, when you got a personal credit, you know, I studied credit too when I was in prison. So when I came out, I had a pretty good credit score. But I got out during the time of the Depression where they wasn't really giving out credit. I started with a $500 secured credit card. And that card went up to like $30,000.
Wow!
At one time. So you can build it from anywhere. You know, one of the most important things though is to start. You have to start somewhere. Even if your credit is no good, then you start working on it today. You know, and just do little steps like you was telling them. And when you have personal credit, you know, it's easy. When I got my first business card, it was $20,000 right off the bat. And
how many credit cards do you have today, though, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I got 32 accounts altogether.
Now
I can go to the bank and get cash money. I don't have to take credit cards anymore. They start you out with the credit cards. It's kind of like a fill out credit cards is cards is probably the easiest thing to get because it's secured. They want something that's tangible. Credit cards is a little harder than cards because they're really what they call unsecured credit. That means that you don't have anything as collateral. Your house is not up. Your jacket, your clothes, your shoes, none of that's up. So they consider that unsecured. But when you doing secured credit, there's something that they can go and repo or take back if you don't pay them. So they don't really like to give unsecured credit. Unless they know you're worthy. Right. And the more credit worthy you are, and the better the relationships are. One of the things that I've done is I built up my relationships with all my bankers. I know the president, I know the tellers, everybody in the bank knows who I am, and when I come in, they give me a special treatment. So,
but that's because you are Rick Ross. So what about somebody who?
It doesn't matter your name. If you go in there and you take their money, you don't pay them back, they're gonna put smut on your name. They don't care if it's Donald Trump. Donald Trump can't go to some of the same banks he used to go to because he filed bankruptcy on them, so they're not going to lend him money anymore. One time, though, I read an article where he had borrowed so much money that the bank was trying to give him more money because they wanted his business to succeed. They didn't want it to go under because they was going to lose so much money. So they were doing what they call throwing good money after bad money, trying to keep the casino going. So banks will do that. People do it too. I know people who, they try to help you stay afloat so they can get their money back. Like, well, maybe if I give them another $5,000, they're going to get this thing to work and bring my money. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's not. So, the best way to do is just to in business in general is you try to find a business that's going to work. Don't go in with the intention of filing bankruptcy. But filing bankruptcy is not unethical. It's a way that this system was set up so that they knew everybody wasn't going to succeed. Right. It just doesn't work that way where every business makes it. Some businesses just don't make it. So, you just got to go in there, build your stuff up and try to find something that is going to make it the first time. If you're making $1 billion, why file bankruptcy?
Right. So suppose I have all my business affairs in order in terms of business credit, and I actually have some money. My credit is right. My business credit score, my paydex score is about an 80, 85, and I have everything in place, but I don't know what to do. What would you recommend for someone in that position?
Well, you go to the bank and you ask to speak to the bank president, and eventually you get to the highest person in the bank. Like my man who just left here today, Howard was saying is the president of the bank fly in to see him wherever he's at. So
what was he doing here? Can you share a little bit about what's going on and why you're here and Howard and who he is?
Well, we got a guy down in Cincinnati and I don't know how he got lucky, and they didn't buy his property. They built a soccer stadium right next to it, and they're building a $300 million hotel right next to his property, and they didn't buy his property. They slipped and let him keep it, and now this property is sitting right next to $1 billion worth of real estate. Wow. So, if you sit next to $1 billion worth of real estate, what does that make your property worth? So, what we're doing is we're helping him develop his property so that they don't beat him out of his situation, and he's probably going to build a luxury restaurant and a luxury hotel right next to it.
That you're facilitating.
Yeah, I'm helping with probably like a $25 million project. So,
oh wow, that's awesome.
If you have your ducks in a row, you know what to say, you know what to do. It's right there, So, and a lot of our cities are like that. Nobody's really paying attention to them until it's too late, and they're gentrifying everywhere, all over the country. Every city that I go to, they're gentrifying the black areas because usually in the black areas is where the cheapest property is, and that's where they want to buy. So, take care of your credit, do the right thing. If you and it doesn't matter how much money you make. You have to save diligently. Sometimes we got to sacrifice. A lot of us don't want to sacrifice. We just want to enjoy the moment. But it only takes it.
Bro, when you say sacrifice, just give us a little more insight on what do you mean sacrifice?
Well, one of my favorite books says that everything that you earn, you should put 10% up for yourself. And when he said put it up for yourself, you know, most people think that, well, everything I earn is mine to keep, but that's not true, because you have to pay your bills out of your check. You know, your rent, your light bill, your car note, your insurance, buy shoes. You know, all those things have to be paid for. So he's saying before you pay any of those, put 10% up for yourself. Okay. You know, I cheat when I do mine. I try to put 90% up and live off of 10. You know, I don't want to pay nobody. I hate paying I hate going to the gas station paying them. I hate buying shoes. I hate buying clothes.
He saves everything.
I don't want to pay nobody but myself. I like to keep all the money to myself. So, but you should at least be putting up 10%. You know, and
so after you put up the 10%, at a certain point, should you take that 10% that you've been stacking for a while and then invest it into something, or is that just something that you?
That's exactly what you do with it. Now that 10%, eventually, if you're doing that 10% should eventually get to the point to where it is making more money for you than what you make on your job. Mm-hmm. And you don't do risky investment. You know, risky investment. You know, you don't go and play the stock market. You just take that and make wise investments, you know.
What do you invest your money in?
Well, my first investment was in T-shirts. You know, I bought 100 T-shirts, and I turned around and I sold them. You know, I turned that into $1,000, and I took the $1,000 and reinvested it, and I turned that into $3,000, and just kept growing it like that there. And you know, if you do that, your money will continue to grow. You know, you just don't spend it where you're not going to get anything back. You know, don't go to the restaurant and eat and, you know, drink it up, smoke it up in that good bud.
So that's a good place to start. Like, you know, for small business owners, you don't have to have, you know, hundreds of $1,000s to, you know, get things going. According to Mr. Ross, basically, you just need some discipline, and you need to know how to save your money and invest in sound businesses. Right. Also, just kind of want to piggyback real quick. I can tell you guys something to say, so I'm going to make it quick. But other businesses that I know you invest in, and I'm going to just kind of put it out there, do you think that it's wise for people to invest in the cannabis industry right now?
If they know the cannabis industry. If you don't know the cannabis industry, you can get your pants beat.
But what if they've been smoking for years? Like, hey, Uncle Bro.
But just because you know how to smoke, don't mean you know how to sell it. It's a difference. But you know, it's. I mean, the cannabis industry is wide open right now. A lot of states have implemented social equity, but it's something that you should definitely look into. You know, go to your state's website, your city's website, and do your research. You know, without doing the research, it's hard to be able to do anything. You got to go and do your research, and you never know where you're gonna come out. You know, if you do your research. So that's what I say about the cannabis industry, and in any other industry, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, people ask me how can I do so well in so many industries, and that's because every industry that I go into. And I learned, some lessons. You know, I try to go and put myself around the best people in that industry, and the reason I do that because I want to learn from the best. You know,
that's good.
I read their books. You know, I study them, and I know who I'm dealing with. So, when you do it like that, you're usually gonna do well.
I got a question for you too, bro.
Yeah, you study the people that you put yourself around before
Absolutely.
You actually.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's dope.
Yeah.
You just don't pop up like shaking hands. Like you already know something about those people before you even get in the room with them. That's good. I hope y'all taking notes.
Yeah,
bro, for somebody like you, who a lot of people will consider just a mogul, okay, just you different, bro. Walk us through waking up and how you approach your day.
Well, first of all, I go to sleep the way I wake up. I go to sleep with something on my mind, you know, what I'm trying to accomplish in the world. And when I wake up, a lot of times I have the answer that I want, you know.
You have the answer when you wake up?
Most of the time I do. It's I mean, you know, if we allow our minds to operate properly, it will figure out most of the solutions that we're looking for. The problem with us is that we pollute our mind. You know, I learned from Minister Farrakhan, you know, one time I was watching him when I was in prison, and he said to protect your mind. He said protect your kingdom and he pointed to the top of your head, meaning your brain. You gotta make sure what you're putting inside of your brain makes sense, you know. And a lot of times we don't really protect what's going inside of our minds. You know, we just whatever's out there, whoever's saying something, you know, we listening to them, whether they're talking about something that makes sense or they just talking. And a lot of times people just talk to hear themselves talk. So we have to be careful with who we're listening to and who we're around, because my man say if there's 9 people in the room and they all broke, and then you probably the 10th one. So there it is there.
So when you wake up, just expounding on what he was talking about, when you wake up, what does your day look like? What does a full day look like for you?
Busy, busy, busy. I start off, most days I'll do my exercise, I'll do my walk. Just had a little stint with high blood pressure. You know, that's another thing that we as black people should be looking out for. High blood pressure is running rapid in our community. I didn't know until mine shot up. I was 187 over 113. That 48% of Americans have high blood pressure right now, and a lot of us don't even know it.
Right.
So I had to check myself, watch what I ate. And I was a pretty good eater. I was vegan. You know, I thought I was doing the right thing, but I ate some the Beyond Meats and the Beyond hot dogs and stuff like that there. And my diet had become pastas. You know, I ate a lot of pasta. So I had to change all that. But after I do my exercise, I start answering the phone. Sometimes I answer the phone while I'm exercising. You know, I just put it on speaker and talk to the people when I'm there. You know, I usually do about maybe 100, 200 phone calls a day, you know.
Just taking phone calls?
Mostly take. I don't hardly call anybody. You know, I have myself in a position where I really don't need to call people. People call me. And I usually just fill phone calls all day. You know, most of my calls are business calls. You know, I don't really entertain, you know, conversations outside of business. You know, they really don't interest me. You know, what happened at the basketball game and, you know, what happened at the football stadium. I really don't care about those conversations. Whose movie is hot and who got the hot record. I don't really care whose record is hot. You know, I want to know where's the next building going up at? Can I get a part of it? How much money will they pay me?
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
what?
Those are usually my conversations. And you know, I noticed that people who are not doing well, they have different conversations. You know, they know what Carly B is doing, how many records she sold, how many points Kobe scored when he was in high school, and it's just like, wow, how can you keep all that information in your head and run your business?
You know what? I'll say one thing that you taught me, Rick, that I'm gonna take with me like for the rest of my journey is he told me he answers every single call that comes to his phone, because that very next call could be that $1 million that he's been looking for. That could be the plug that he's been waiting for. Every call. So, you know, some people look at their phone and be like, that could be a collector. Boom, I ain't answering it. Every single call that comes through.
Well, I don't own no
his
collectors.
Phone. right. But I'm just saying, or I don't want to be bothered or whatever the case.
I keep the collectors paid.
Yeah, that's
They call me, I'm gonna go. As a matter of fact, I gotta go pay Home Depot right now.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that that's something that I think is you know, I took with me, because sometimes, you know, it's just like I've been talking on the phone all day, but he was like, you know what, I answer every single call, and now that I'm in the habit of that, I try to be anyway, things change. A lot of doors have opened for me because of that piece of information. So thank you.
That's good.
Big bro,
the one phone call that you don't answer is the one that got the break for you.
Yeah. So, all right, if you are a young bro that's starting out and you got an idea to do something, and it might be, you know, you got a big dream, right? And you really don't have all the steps to get it done. What would be your approach to a situation like that, where, you know, you want to own a car lot or something, a Benz lot?
Owning a car lot is not a big dream.
Nah, let's say a chain of them. Well,
you got to do one before you can get a chain. You know, you first you first. I mean, I look at everything the way I sold drugs, and I tell people, you have to sell your first gram before you can sell a kilo. Most people want to start off selling kilos and they never sold a gram before. Mm-hmm. So, what I understood in the dope game was that I had to sell 1 gram first. And that's the way I did it. So if you want to get in the car business, you got to sell 1 car first. And if you don't have a car, then go and sell somebody else's car. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Just take one step at a time.
You got to, and you're right. Most people wanted to start their business off. They want everything to be perfect, but life is never perfect. Mm-hmm. It's never going to be exactly the way you want it. So just start where you are and make some type of step, make some progress. My man said, if you just inch your way forward in 5 years, you look back, you'll be like, wow, look how far I come. So just make little steps at a time, and you'll find yourself somewhere in a much better place than you was when you started.
That's good. If y'all feeling this information, can y'all drop some hearts and some likes, please? Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Because, like, Freeway Rick Ross, like, I'm telling y'all, this man is, all I can think about is his mental strength. I've never met anybody as strong mentally as he is. Like somebody say something out the way about our business or whatever it is, we kind of offended, or we might be like, girl, guess what such and such said. When I tell you Rick is unbothered, because I'm telling you, he is so unbothered, even if somebody is just totally out of line and we could walk away from the situation and get in the car or whatever, he won't say a single word about it. He doesn't really care about it. He doesn't let that type of information even take place in his subconsciousness. And it's mental strength that I've seen, that I've never seen anybody with that type of hustle. That's what I call it, mental hustle, or just
they have
discipline.
their opinions have no effect on my business or how I see myself. I don't let other people dictate to me how I should feel about myself. That's your opinion, and you're absolutely entitled to your opinion. And I can live with your opinion.
Amen.
If you can live with it, I can live with it.
Yeah, right.
Because once I leave, I'll probably never see you again anyway.
Yeah,
so your opinion doesn't have any effect on me. So.
Man, and letting somebody kind of make you upset is giving them a measure of control absolutely. Over you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And like Big Bro said, like, you walk away and you still angry. This person done went all about their way.
Yeah,
they done forgot about it, and you still upset. Yes. So, yeah, and that goes with anything.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it deters the focus.
It
don't make sense. So it looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah,
he got to go.
I wanted to ask one question though. So when we put our 10% away, where are you putting that 10% at? Do you have a savings account, or you know what I'm saying? You
could put in a savings account until you find a way to invest it. Okay. You find something solid. A solid place to put it. Okay. Real estate is a solid place to put it. Even buying stocks. You buy the right stocks. I wouldn't buy the penny stocks and stuff that some people buy. But you go buy Walmart or Apple or something. Mm-hmm. Those stocks never really go down. Okay. Your money's gonna always be safe. I wouldn't. I don't know. Sometimes you could buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, you like Bitcoin, bro?
I don't, but I know people to win. I know people to lose.
Yeah.
But you have to be the one who decides, where you want to put your 10%. Now, if you don't know where to put it, you can contact me and I can help you put it somewhere.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
You for coming.
Man, thank you, bro.
Drop some hearts and some like for Freeway Rick Ross. We getting ready to wrap it up, y'all. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. And Mekeea, if you could give them the location of where we're going to be at on Saturday, April 15th.
Yes, we are going to be at 121 Kaiser Street, and it's going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Better business, better you. We'll see you there.
See you there. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. Share this podcast. That's right. Share it.
All right, we got all these cameras
around. Cameras everywhere. We newbies.
121 Kaiser Street, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we just want to thank
Elyon, man. You guys, man, y'all make sure y'all go and check out the book Stolen, the book of Ahava Elyon. You guys, we got distribution, Walmart.com, Ingram Spark, got us to Barnes and Noble, Amazon, and just a lot of other retailers. And you can always go to my website, iwasstolen.com, or come through T-Shirt Kings and swoop it up, tshirtkings247.com. We are at the Schuster Center on April the 19th. It's going to be very lit. So make sure that you guys come down. Tickets are free. Everybody eat for free. And it's going all the way down. Let me run through my sponsors one more time. Taco Street, HPW Center for Diabetes, Attorney Ben Swift, ATLX, Ebony Vacations, got my hustle up, Fit Fam, Karmel Day Spa, Pastor Pete at Fort McKinney, Horizon Science Academy, Network and Chill, the Alumni Tournament, Ulojos, Redskyebulls, Wright and Schulte, Michael Wright, Tommy Owens, Kiara Wine, Agnes All Natural Grill, Acute Eye for Design, The Real Flyer Queen, T-Shirt Kings, and Amani Sea Moss, man. Amani Botanicals. Man, it's going all the way down. Sherry, thank you for coming through. Like, for real. It was like really legendary.
Thank you for having
Really
me.
legendary, straight up.
I love you. You know
Man,
I
love you too.
Really.
And Sherry, you got to get this book. Like, I ain't gonna lie,
I'm
your
not
name
even
is in
out
my
here.
book, and it's only about like 20 people's name in this book.
Man, I can't wait because you guys don't even know how far
It's
we go
RT.
back. Yeah, so you're
Real
gonna
talk.
learn. But
Man.
Mekeea just reminded me real quick before we
Got
get out
you.
of here about my book. I have a book on Amazon. You can go on Amazon and it's $7.50 or above. DIY, do it yourself, and also it's one Mastering Business Credit that myself and Freeway Rick have actually compiled together. It's a lot of great information in there. So go to Amazon. I'm waiting for more copies myself, but if you guys go there, you can get the information. But hopefully I'll see you guys on the 19th at the Schuster Center, and we can all support L and his book, and we love him. So
Man,
thanks.
no doubt.
Peace. Y'all have a
April
good night.
15th on Kaiser Street, too.
April 15th.
Make
on
sure
Kaiser
y'all
Street.
pull
That's
up.
us. All right, peace
all right.
and
Love
love. Y'all be
everybody.
safe.